going on, guys? Part two of Doki Doki Blue Skies. So, on the first video, actually one of the lead developers of Doki Doki Blue Skies actually commented on the video and explained some stuff regarding Emmy and just various things like that. So, shout out to Sir Swampert for saying some stuff about the mod. Always nice to see some commentary from the actual people, the developers themselves. So that's pretty cool. I believe we're just gonna start where we left off, and that was basically we're going the Natsuki route as always. I'm sure that's not a surprise to those who've either seen the original Let's Play or just know me. So we're going with Natsuki. Have any recommendations? I take a closer look at the books as I say that, and to my surprise, I noticed that there's a rather extensive collection of manga on the bottom shelves. When I glance back up at the girls, I notice Natsuki staring down at the manga too. Our eyes suddenly meet, and she looks away, blushing. It was meant to be, truly. Well, what do you like to read, huh? Honestly, I just read manga most of the time, so the collection then there caught my eye. I didn't know that manga was allowed in the classroom like this. Those are actually Natsuki's. Don't just say it like I so. A lot of things don't change. I'm glad that they stuck to the spirit of Natsuki's character. And the spirit of Natsuki's character is being a blushing tsundere. And they nailed that. So I just put them there while I was reorganizing the closet. So she says, Monica always messes my collection. Fucking Monica. So I'm trying to make more space for them. And she says this, Natsuki shoots a look at Monica, who smiles sweetly in return. What series do you have? I've read a lot, but I don't think I recognize many here. Are we getting some name drops? Or is that kind of a copyright thing? Most of the books' spines are vibrantly colored with big blocky letters announcing the titles. The boss is a maid, rice ball basket, orange high school nightclub. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Oran High School Host Club. I'm guessing. My boss is a maid, I'm not really sure. Rice ball I don't know if those are direct references or not, but I'm pretty sure Orange High School Nightclub is Oran High School Host Club or something like that. But I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. It probably means they're either way out of my demographic or they're simply terrible. You know, even the game knows that I have superb taste. Shout out to them for that. I love this sprite. If you're gonna judge, you can go through it. You can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. I was just judging in my mind. That's totally valid. I could tell just by your expression. But I'll tell you one thing, Tom Lomao. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. That was one of the big lessons in the original game. In fact, Natsuki stomps over to the bookshelf, elbowing me out of the way, and pulls a very pink book out from a box set. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She unceremoniously shoves it right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It's the first volume of a series titled Parfait Girls and features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. I believe this was in the base game as well. Parfait Girls. That sounds familiar. That sounds very familiar. It's exceedingly moe. Well, don't just stand there. Now, have you considered that maybe Tom Mao might not want to read this? Definitely not my taste. I mean, listen, shout out to all you magical girl people. I have a friend actually that is very much into that kind of stuff. But let's not get into that. Here we say that Tom Mao likes or dislikes something. I quickly break in to try to relieve some of the sudden tension. Thanks for your concern, Yuri, but I'm definitely open to trying new things. I don't usually read this stuff, but I'm willing to give it a try. Alright then, well I guess that's all good. Natsuki triumphantly smirks a bit while Yuri abashedly looks away. I guess I can't satisfy everyone. I'd have thought you spent enough time in the Literature Club to not judge books by their cover either, Yuri. Manga can have just as deep of storylines as your novels can. I never said that they can't, it's just... Yuri looks like she's holding something... Yuri looks like she's holding herself back from saying something. Just what? Just because they have pictures in them, they're childish or something? I mean... Well, there's a reason why people say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Sometimes there are things that are best described through art. Manga blends both good art and good writing to create fantastic stories. Or in the case of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, neither. Being able to actually see the characters helps you relate and empathize with them. Yuri thinks to herself, looking a bit perturbed. These are some hard words, man. I see, I just meant that manga is a bit unorthodox as a medium. Very true. Well, manga is literature too. Manga is literature. Can I get a 1 in the chat if manga is literature? And 2 if you're a Yuri fanatic who's just, ugh. Don't get out of here, man. Just don't come here. I'm kidding. You guys are all welcome. It's obvious that two girls have their differences. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid and seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Meanwhile, Natsuki seems a lot more forward and outspoken. And although she looks like the youngest in the club, she's clearly just as passionate about her hobbies as the others are. Did they establish their canon ages yet? I don't remember them doing that. Anyway, this will be your homework today, Tommy Lamau. I'll let you borrow volume 1 for tonight so you can start on the next book tomorrow. But if you smudge or bend it, I'll kill you. You don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty protective of my manga too. Is it really alright if I borrow it though? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course, it would take forever if you only read it here. Might fall behind on some things if I try to get through this, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Okay then, the girls on the cover of the manga beam up at me, and I can't help but shiver a bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate what high school girls are into. Hopefully I can get away with skimming through it. I kind of doubt that, just based on how hyped she is about me reading this whole thing. Make sure you read it thoroughly because I'll be quizzing you on it tomorrow. Read my mind. Is she a mind reader? In that case, I think I'll give it a shot now, actually. I want to make sure that I have enough time to finish it after all. Fine, but I'll be keeping a close eye on you then. I slide into a nearby desk as the rest of the girls dissipate, moving to work on their own things. I quickly start flipping through the pages. Given that pictures take up the majority of space on the pages of the manga, it doesn't take me long to get through the beginning. As I read, I start to become more aware of Natsuki's sneaking peeks in my direction. She seems intently focused on my face, as if waiting to see my reaction to her manga. I clear my throat. Ahem, Natsuki, did you need something? You seem to really like looking in my direction. I feel a smile creeping through as Natsuki starts to furiously blush and sputters a response. You idiot, it's not like I was looking at you or anything. I was just blah 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 blah, tsundere. We get it. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna keep it 1,000%. And it's gonna sound really weird because obviously I like Natsuki and she's definitely by far my favorite. But I actually really strongly dislike tsundere. Like the whole that whole personality. Like basically it's more of a trope than a personality. Personally, I despise that kind of like attitude cuz it's legitimately toxic, right? Like it just makes you insufferable in real life, that is, and it really does come across that way in this as well, or like in anime and stuff like that, which is weird again because obviously I like Natsuki a lot, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Yeah, of course. With that, Natsuki huffily turns away to seek refuge in the closet, where loud rummaging sounds soon follow. I guess I should keep on reading then. As it turns out, Parfait Girls is just as I imagined it would be. It's basically a bunch of friends in high school, and the cutesy hijinks they get themselves into. Typical slice of life affair. So, also, by far, the worst genre of anything related to anime is slice of life. It's like, imagine liking slice of life. It's like, yo, bro, what happens in the next episode? Bro, nothing. It's just the worst. I don't understand how people can, like, watch that stuff, like, often. And there are a few. Alright, there are a few good slice of life anime out there. But like, I don't understand how people that's the only thing some people watch. It's just terrible. It's not good. Not good. Is my opinion. My calm, objective opinion, of course. I hate it. I just think it's terrible. I think it's just terrible media, which you should not ever consume. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Hey, dude, I actually like the main character now, because he sees things the way I see them, which I guess is indicative that I'm just a generic main character guy. I don't know. To its credit, it does manage to subvert some anime tropes quite neatly, though. The more I read, the more I can see why it appeals to Natsuki. All that talk about appreciating the expressiveness of art. While I don't exactly read romance manga, usually the artist actually does a good job of portraying their girls as their own characters. I often find that the girls in these kind of stories are bland and unoriginal, not to mention they often suffer from same face syndrome too. Kind of like this game, I'm just saying. Or the base game. I'm sure that's what they were talking. That's like kind of what they were alluding to in that, because I mean, the base original Doki Doki Literature Club is just based off of the generic anime tropes. So that's that. So it's a pleasant surprise to find that the title characters are likable and unique in their own ways. Still, over time, I can't help but grow a little bored though. I decided I'll finish it later tonight and place a novel in my bag. Looking up, I spot Saori reading something. Might as well see what she's up to. Standing up with a stretch, I make my way over and take a seat to her. Hey, how's it going, Saori? What you reading? As I sit down, I notice that she looks quite content. Nothing much, just reading some stuff for a school project. What about you? You seem really into your book. Oh yeah, it was a good read, at least as far as I can tell right now. Oh crap, I accidentally skipped the line. Well, that's great. Anyways, how are you liking the club? Actually, I'm pretty sure that they have the... Alright, nice. Okay, so how's it going, Sarah? What you reading? Quite content. Nothing much, just reading some stuff for a school project. What about you? You seemed really into your book. Yeah, good read, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Glad that that's there, because I am so incompetent. You're not bored, are you? I mean, a little. She looks a little worried. Her cheerful persona faltering for a moment. Where did that question come from? It's a bit too early to tell how I really feel about the club. Of course not. Sorry, I haven't been here for long, but I've enjoyed meeting everyone. They've opened my eyes to new stuff. I've never been huge on reading, but I'm confident the literature club could change that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're involved. I don't want to join a club that you have no interest in, right? I know what you mean. I think reading will grow on me in time. Actually, do you mind if I sit with you and read? She looks at me closely, clearly surprised, but I don't think she was expecting me to sit next to her. Nonetheless, she seems happy. Her smile is infectious, lifting my spirits too. That would be great, Tommy Lamau. Alright. We've read for a while, which turns into talking fairly quickly, our conversation being a continuation of our chat from the walk to school. It's nice to just sit and talk with my childhood friend. Who would have guessed reconnecting would be so easy? I haven't felt this content for as long as I remember. The good mood reflects on her as well, given that she seems very uplifted and bubbly. I don't know what it is about her that makes me so at ease. Well, we've been talking for a bit, haven't we, man? I don't even realize the time. I guess we have been talking for a while. I can see why it comes to Literature Club so much. There really is a welcome at ease vibe here. It must be nice to change of pace after how hectic the school day can be. I was hoping you'd say that, time. Well, it really is, and I'm grateful for the others as well. They really helped me make the club. They really helped make the club the way it is. I know it must be pretty weird hearing the Sayori talking through a very deep and gross man voice, but I don't know. It's all I got, really. I'm not even gonna try to up the pitch here. This is what I can do. So we gotta deal with it. I can't help but notice that Natsuki and Yuri seem to be very different. Do they argue much? She looks a little downcast at my question. Sometimes yes, but thankfully it isn't often. I can sense this isn't a topic she likes discussing. Well, that's only normal, I guess. Monica seems like a great president, though. She must be very proud of this club. She's something. Then Monica gets up from the desk where she was sitting at and faces the classroom confidently. Speak of the devil. Okay, everyone. That's the line. She said the line. That's crazy. I hope we're all having a good time so far. There's a good moment of silence during which everyone seems to be glancing at me. Do they want me to respond? I am honestly having a great time. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. Well, it's great to hear that, and as it turns out, Natsuki baked some cupcakes for the club too. Yeah, I know. I was just about to announce it, so let me get them. Let's go sit over there, Tamama. It looks like there's room at those desks for all of us. I dutifully follow Sayuri over to where the rest of the girls have pulled a couple of desks together to form a table. How about I make some tea as well? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feels a bit awkward. I opt to take a seat next to Sayuri. If the conversation starts to die out, I can always rely on her to save me. Meanwhile, Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Speaking of save me, I should probably save for me. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki, oh, that looks new, I think. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. That line was almost certainly ripped directly from the original. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. So just hurry up and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. I remember me and my friends used to have very long and heated discussions about who the best character in this was. And really, it just came... There was no actual, like, logical basis for any choice. We were just yelling at each other, basically. But, like, this is me and my friends. Like, we all knew about this game, and we all, like... Most of us played it. I think we all, at least partly, like, watched a playthrough or something like that. But we all each had, like, different favorites, and it was just crazy. Most people were Yuri. I think I was the only Natsuki. And then there was, like, a couple Sayuris, if I remember correctly. It's delicious. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. If she made it all by herself, that's seriously impressive. It practically tastes professionally done to me. But then again, it's not like I have the most discerning taste palate. These cupcakes are amazing. Thank you, Natsuki. Yeah, you better thank me, because this took hard work to do. It really seems like it. Did you make it by yourself, or did your parents help you? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I couldn't have done it myself? No, it's just that it seems professionally made, so I was wondering if an actual baker helped you. That was smooth, actually. I wish my dad was a baker, but just because I don't bake for money, it doesn't mean that I can't be good. Yeah, you're right, sorry, I just suck at cooking myself, so I'm wowed by good cooking. I guess I should count myself lucky that I got to try your cupcakes today, huh? It's not every day that I have time to bake, so be thankful. The expression on Natsuki's face practically says, bow down before me, peasant. Are you expecting Tamamao to prostrate himself before you? And anyways, another word I don't know. So it looks like Monica had the same thought. You can't blame Natsuki for bragging a little, though. I would too if I made these. Yeah, exactly. So Natsuki smiles gratefully at Sayori's save. Meanwhile, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Don't worry about it, I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a common pastime for me, but I can at least appreciate it. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. I'm happy that you look like you're enjoying yourself, Tamamao. As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Oh, that reminds me. I've actually been meaning to ask you something, Monica. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. And I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that she doesn't have her own route, or that there aren't more people in the club yet. But I guess it must be hard to start a new club since everyone's probably settled into their own activities already. You could put it that way. There are a lot of new sprites for Monika, I just realized. It can be hard to get people invested in things that are brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the cultural festival that much more important. Speaking of school events, I don't think I saw your club at the club fair at the beginning of the year. That's because I hadn't started it yet, aha. I guess that explains why I don't have many members yet, blah 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 blah. Yes, missed opportunity. It's a lot harder to advertise on a person-by-person basis, and like you said, a lot of people already have other extracurriculars by now. But even so, I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. By the way, I know that everyone here likes reading, but do you guys write as well? Actually, we haven't really done any writing together, funnily enough. You guys just read and discuss books then. You could say that. Sounds more like a normal book club than a literature club. To be honest, I was kind of expecting you to do stuff like write poetry together. At the word poetry, Natsuki jolts back a bit. Do you not like poetry? Well, I don't really have any opinion on it, I guess. Oh, really? With a sly smile, Monika gets up, rummages through her book bag, and returns with a loose notebook page in her hands. I happen to have here a poem called... Hey, where'd you get that? Natsuki springs up and snatches the paper out of Monika's grasp. Don't worry, I didn't steal it from your bag or anything. You dropped it on the way out the other day. This sounds new. Or, it sounds like a remix. I could be wrong. I was going to return it, but I couldn't help teasing you a bit before I did that. Well, I'd appreciate if you kept your nosy nose out of my private work. Duly noted, and ignored. And sorry, I just couldn't help glancing over your poem when I picked it up. Your writing style is really cute. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Is she gonna say it? Say the line, Natsuki. Say the line. This might be the thumbnail. I love that face. That face. I think that just did the mod for me. That's literally all you had to say. That's all you had to do. You caught me. It's the Natsuki face. It's so great, and I don't even know why. Well, I guess sometimes. I think it's just pretty neat. Why don't you share them with the club sometime? Not if everyone's just gonna call them cute. Like Sayori said, there's nothing wrong with being cute, you know. You wouldn't get it. There's nothing worse than trying to get honest feedback from someone and just having them say it's cute. Scorn drops from the word cute. I guess I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, no one does. It's super annoying, you know. Actually, I believe I understand how Natsuki feels. Natsuki looks surprised at your sudden interjection. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. And when that's all dismissed with a single remark, well, suffice to say, it can greatly discourage, I don't know why I am having such a hard time reading this, from putting your work out there again. Sounds like both you and Natsuki have writing experience in common, Yuri. You know, a writer actually wrote that, so it's ironic. Maybe, although I didn't mean to speak for Natsuki. Geez, it's fine, I pretty much agree with you, with what you said, so. A brief moment of silence falls upon us as we all reflect on the conversation. This just gave me an idea, everyone. We all look quizzically at Monika, who smiles knowingly back at us. If we have members who are looking for legitimate criticism of their poetry, how about we do that here? I'm sure we can all trust each other to be respectful, and I think it'd be a fun activity for us. Yeah, I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing my old poetry. I didn't write it to be read by the public, so yeah, same here. We've been here before. We can kind of just skip through this. Yeah, it sounds awesome. I think that would be really fun. And each new member, isn't that right? Yes. Literature Club has been very welcoming so far, and at least after the initial introductions were made. And although I'll have to start writing poems, it seems like a fair price to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. That's a creepy line. I had my doubt at first, but given how friendly and welcoming these girls are, I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't join the club. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to becoming better friends with you all. I can think of at least one reason why I wouldn't join the club, and that's just kind of my clairvoyant time travel knowledge. And as an extension of that, my desire to not be killed. I'm so happy you're joining us. And thanks for playing along. She whispers this last remark in my ear, so she was aware that I never agreed to join in the beginning. That sneaky girl. Although Sayori is the most enthusiastic, all of the girls' eyes are lit up in happiness. I would have been super pissed if we just left after eating my cupcakes, and I'm gonna be honest, that is 100% something that I might do. Like, just show up to a general interest meeting, get like the free pizza that they have, and just book it out of there. Like, I would so do that. And in fact, that may or may not have been something that I've done in the past. So, I'm just saying. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Don't forget tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring into the next meeting so we can hold discussions. Monica looks at me once more. Time them out. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress Monica with my mediocre reading and writing skills? Something tells me no. She's like, I can feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Oh, well, it's not like Monica's gonna be as harsh as an actual literature teacher, though, right? Meanwhile, the others continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Excuse me. What a bad YouTuber. Like, oh my gosh. He's the worst. Literally yawning during a Let's Play. Like, who does that? Who actually does that? I can't believe it. I'm disliking and unsubscribing from this man. By the way, follow me on Twitter. That was a very roundabout way of saying follow me on Twitter. And I don't know how I plan on segueing into follow me on Twitter. But follow me on Twitter. Hey Sayori, since we're already there, do you want to walk home together? Given that she introduced me to all these amazing people, it's the least I can do for her. Sure, let's head home. With that, the two of us wave goodbye to the others and make our way home. On the way back, we discuss the events of the day, focusing particularly on each club member. And as we do so, my mind wanders between them all. Sayori. Best girl. Worst. I'm excited to hang out with everyone from now on. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of them. Why can't I read things? I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. This is new, and I'm excited for it. That was a pretty cool transition. I do like that. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, so we're definitely going to save here. And we are obviously going to pick things that are sweet and related to manga. Something light, like a parfait. And clouds and other cute things. You know what else is cute? Giggles and drop top cooking up in the crock pot. Anyways, definitely kitty is a bubbly nice word, and no Monica here as something I noticed. Yeah, I forgot she doesn't have a room. I forgot that she likes suicide. I forgot about that one. Waterfall. Yeah, she likes it. All right. And I forgot they do that thing whenever you pick things that they like. You know what else she likes? Pink. And Valentine's. Yes. And anime. And manga. And gaming. And playground. And cute. And friends? That's alright. Whatever. And puppies. Bubbles. All things that I guess Natsuki likes. And this word. And I just feel weird if I said it out loud. I'm laughing, right? Oh, close enough. And marriage. Oh, I guess she likes that. I'm still like very good for the ratio of Natsuki to everyone else. I think I'm fine. And last one, I'll put smile. Oh, that's also Sayuri. I think we should be good for Natsuki's route though. Time of the Mao, fancy meeting you here. Ah yeah, what a coincidence, huh? Seriously speaking though, I'm happy to see you back here. I would have been disappointed if you ran away on us. Yeah, well, I enjoyed last time, so why wouldn't I come back? Sure enough, and feel free to make yourself at home before we start on our club activities. Thanks, will do. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. Sayuri and I were the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Hanging out is one word that I prefer they not use in this mod. Oh, Tom Mao, glad to see you here again. Who knew that something so simple would warrant so much thanks? First Monica and now Yuri. I know that it may be overwhelming to be thrown into a new hobby so suddenly, much less an organization centered around that hobby. So don't hesitate, let me know if you ever need any help. Or any other club member for that matter. That is to say, feel free to ask any of us for assistance. Right, thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry though, it's not like I've never read anything before, haha. I even remembered to write a poem for today, if you'll believe it. We'll believe it when we see it. It's not like I have a university degree to write a poem. It was just like another school assignment, although it may be a little new to me, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to write a bad poem, you mean? Oh, man, she's got it. She's actually got us. And ignore this thing. I believe my microphone's a little bit too close. Okay, we're good. And that's why I never said I wrote a good poem. Natsuki smirks at me, seemingly pleased that I'm not offended by her teasing. Well, good is often subjective when it comes to subjects like these. I'm sure you did fine, Tamil Mao. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Try not to overhype my work, though. Haha. Yeah, Yuri, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. Besides, I bet this is the first extracurricular Tamil Mao's done since high school started. Not true, actually. I was president of the debate club. So extra work is probably really foreign to him. So similar to Monica, we're both presidents of the debate club. And again, she's not wrong, but she doesn't have to say it like that. Natsuki, you're being unfairly harsh. Tamil Mao, what would you say your main hobbies are? She's really putting me on the spot here. I know I'm playing into teasing right now, but yes, I spend a lot of time playing games and watching anime. And that's all you need to know. Is it really? That's a bit rich coming from someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki sputters to a halt. Looks like a certain someone knows how to dish it out, but can't take it. Manga is literature. That's the face. That's the face. She did it. Let's go. And she did the line too. This has just been a treat. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back to her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tamil Mao always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He's always been there when I need it. When we were kids, he'd always be around to help me with stuff. The only problem is I wasn't exactly around to help with your depression as of recently, but hopefully that'll change. Are you two childhood friends? I glanced at Sayuri. Despite her cheer recollection of our childhood memories just then, Yuri's question is a reminder that we haven't spent much time together in a long time. It's a tad awkward. Yeah, we've known each other for a while, haven't we? We smile at each other. I'm really hoping we can use the club to reconnect. I imagine shared much together. You could say that. Would you believe that Sayuri is still as clumsy now as she was 10 years ago? Hey, I mean, that's not true. She did the thing too. She did this. I love that. I need to tell Yuri about the time you tried to cook lunch and almost set the house on fire. Her face turns pink as she rushes to interrupt me. Anyways, I'm sure you two could be just as good of friends. After all, you're both in the literature club now. Hey, yeah, look forward to it. Yuri looks hopeful at hearing this, although I can't help but wonder. Given the maturity and intelligence she carries so elegantly, and how her passion for reading is much stronger than my own, will it be as easy as Sayuri thinks it is? Still, it's worth a try at least. Yay. Oh, Yuri even brought something today, you know? It's not much, really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Whatever it is, I'm sure I'll like it. What is it, Yuri? Spit it out. I was gonna give you the appropriate time. Just say it. Just say it. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so this is still a pleasant surprise to me. Just knowing they went through the effort to get me something makes me feel really welcome. No matter what, I'm sure it'll make me happy. You're welcome. That was the least I can do. Anyways, if that's the case, here it is. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it might keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I might possibly like, despite me not reading much. If I have to say cute one more time, I'm gonna be very, very frustrated. Yuri, cut off by Natsuki. You want to feel left out? What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say he doesn't like my books or something? One part of Natsuki's character that I'm not so fond about. How she kind of just gets in everyone's business, you know? Just like, just chill, Natsuki. Just relax. Because that's not true. He freaking loves manga, just like me, right? It's like another Yuri-Natsuki argument is cropping up again. I glance over Yuri to find a variety of different emotions running over her face. She's conflicted between standing up for herself and backing down to keep the peace. After a beat, she opens her mouth to speak. Her resolve is strengthened. Natsuki, that's not what I meant to say at all. I was simply referring to the fact that Time Lamau may not have much of a literature collection himself, given that he has said that he is not a reader. Giving him a book in a totally different genre would benefit him in broadening his knowledge of the literary world. She says a lot. Yuri suddenly appears to notice that all eyes are on her. I apologize if I word that bad. No, you're fine, Yuri. While I definitely do love manga, I think that it would do me well to read different things too once in a while. Seems to sense that she can't win the argument. Natsuki almost visibly backs down. Her outspoken nature really doesn't make up for her physically small stature. Whatever. Alright, let's stop fighting. Everyone has their own super good taste in literature, so we shouldn't keep arguing over it. I'm sure that I'll enjoy everyone's recommendations equally as much. After all, you guys are all smart and definitely more experienced in literature than me. I'm just gonna say that I wasn't trying to attack you or whatever. It's just that there are a lot of people who judge manga without even trying to read it themselves. So yeah, I guess that's the closest we'll get to an apology from Natsuki. And with that, the tension in the room slowly dissipates. It feels as though everyone in the room was holding in their breaths until now. Yuri quietly hands me the copy of the book she's holding. Well, thanks, Yuri. You're welcome. You should read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. After a brief pause, the girls move on to their own things. Man, I seem to be the harbinger of awkwardness when it comes to Natsuki and Yuri. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off the schedule's activities for the club, like the poetry thing. I've always steeled myself for the critique I'll probably be receiving, but it seems that we have some downtime before then. Now it looks like I won't be able to just immediately get it over with. What are the others doing right now? Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner, probably discussing club matters, given that they're the president and vice president. As expected, Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. A few huffs of annoyance sound from her direction every once in a while. I hear a sign from the closet. Seems like she's annoyed by something. Approaching her, curious. Hey, something wrong? Freaking Monica. Fucking Monica, dude. Every time. She moved my stuff again. I spent all the time organizing my collection, and she comes in and ruins it. I can't believe this. As she complains, Natsuki carefully slides boxes and stacks of books across the shelf. Once they're in an orderly fashion, she turns around to face me. Do you have my manga? Oh yeah, here, let me get it. Quickly retrieves the book. She examines covered pages looking for any sort of damage. I'd find nothing. She has a novel and just rifle placed in one of the boxes. Told you I'd take care of my manga. Yeah. Don't let it get to your head. You still need to pass the quiz before we start the next one. You were serious. What, you thought I was joking? Here at the Literature Club, we take reading very seriously, even if we're reading not so serious stuff, I guess. Now sit down and get ready. Alright. I sit down desk while Natsuki sits parallel. Alright, first question. Which girl ends up falling downstairs, chapter 7? I didn't really get that far. Oh god, this ain't gonna be good, man. This is gonna be, dare I say, bad. What? How did you not finish? The first time's like the shortest one out of all of them. Alright, relax. I was working on my poem for the most of the night, so I didn't have time to read it. My expression exchanges from that of anger to disbelief. Your poem? Yeah, I put some effort into it. I see eyeballing me suspicious. Fine, I guess we could read it here. But your poem better be really good. Yeah, I have a little experience with writing in general, much less poems, so I guess it just auto-chose for me based on the poem. So I fear that Natsuki will only get angry with me when she sees my lackluster writing abilities. But that's a problem we'll deal with later. Right now, I have to finish volume 1 of Parfait Girls. As he heads to the closet, retrieves the novel once again. Comes back, manga in hand, pulls to the floor. We're gonna sit there. Why? It's a lot easier than trying to read in chairs. It doesn't really make any sense. Just do it, okay? No one needs to argue over every little thing. I wasn't arguing. Whatever. That's not much. Whatever, man. Fine. We'll do it. We've been here before. I sit down as Natsuki watches your hands me a novel. Flip open to the part where I left off, and Natsuki speaks up before I can begin. You only got that far? Cringe. Well, I may have watched some anime last night too. Which one? Are we gonna name drop? I don't think we're name dropping. Still, does it have like an overarching plot of some sort? Like, it's literally just like boring ass, god awful slice of life moe bullshit. All right, which sucks, by the way. If I haven't made my position on that very clear. Of course it does. What do you think? I don't have a good taste. Not really. Yeah, I never said I didn't think you had good taste. Though I'm thinking it. It's just nothing has really happened yet. Just a one-off side story so far. Like this shit is ass, bro. Like this shit sucks. It just helps you get to know the characters. Like the chapter where they're at the shopping mall gives you a better idea of what each girl's like and don't like. There is an overarching plot, but it's the first volume is more like an introduction to the characters. I've read the entire series, so I do know what happens. Alright, I guess I'll take your word on it. You sure do like this series, don't you? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I can see why. It does have a lot of baking in it. It does, yeah. Coincidence? Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't start baking just because it's manga. Don't worry, I believe you. I feel like she might have, but not. Well, I guess it's at least explains Natsuki's interest in baking. She is really good at it, though. It's not like it's a bad thing. You know, for a while I picked up piano because of Your Lie in April. Then it turns out it was a lot harder than I thought it was. And I didn't have a teacher. And then I didn't have a piano. So that kind of went nowhere. Anyways, we continue reading. And finish. Plays the novel in his upper spot and zigs around for the second volume. So did you enjoy it? Yes, I did actually. It's a bit slow right now, but if what you say is true, it'll start getting good in the second volume. Speaking of which, Natsuki proudly holds up the second volume. Let's get started. Wait, okay, everyone. It's time to share poems. Fucking Monica, every time, dude. If that isn't good timing, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it really Natsuki. Like, if I gotta keep reading this trash, I don't know if I can go through your route. Like, it's Parfait Girls. I don't have any words for it. It sucks. Oh, you can always read it tomorrow, can't you? Fine. Natsuki, defeated, puts her manga back in the closet and retrieves her poem. You did remember to write a poem, right? Don't worry, I'm not that much of a slacker. I've got it right here in my bag. I rifle through some straight papers, pull out the page I wrote my poem on. While I can't help feel nervous, I have to admit that I'm excited. Talking to these girls have really calmed my nerves, and now I'm just eager to share my poem. After all, judging by each girl's personality, I doubt anyone would say anything nasty about it. Well, Natsuki, I don't know if she'd be unduly harsh, though. She just seems like the type of person who enjoys ripping on her friends. Either way, I hope they realize I put hard work into it. I figured that it would only be fair to repay their warm welcome by showing effort in club activities. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers a neat black composition notebook. He wrote her the death note. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. She's going to put us all to shame. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply while reaching into their bags. Whom should I show my poem to first? Alright, well, it's been not quite an hour, but it's been a pretty long episode, so we're gonna call it there. Twitter. I don't know what else I got, but so far the mod, I'm liking it so far. Haven't really seen the new content yet, but I also recognize that this is just the introduction, so hopefully very soon we'll be seeing more of the actual stuff, and there seems to be a very, very large amount of new content, so I can't wait. Hope you guys join me for that, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. Did I just say peace out as if like that was like the outro that I do, like the YouTuber outro? Because I don't have a YouTuber outro. Like, I just straight up don't have one.